up? We live. Happy New Comic Book Day, everybody. How we doing? Set that right there. What's the delay like? Oh, nothing too crazy. Nothing too crazy. What's everybody getting into today, huh? Out here in the Pacific Northwest, we woke up to thick fog. Finally burning off. Now it's gorgeous outside. I'm excited to go outside and get my hands in the dirt. But before we do that, had to mob around town, check out our favorite shops. As always, shout out to Excalibur Comics, shout out to Cosmic Monkey Comics, and Things from Another World. Those were our stops this morning. Before we jump into the Fepic titles of the week, have you guys done me the favor of sliding over to our description? In the description, you will find a link. It will take you to our YouTube. Subscribe, hit the bell so you know when we go live. Same follows for you, Facebook. In the link of the description of today's episode will take you to our YouTube. Please, 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 please go hit subscribe. And as always, follow us on YouTube, IG, TikTok, across the board. Cool. All right, so let's get into it. We're gonna start off actually with the Fepic indie title of the week, right? And this one kind of was an easy grab for me. And even though I kept making connections to another popular indie title right now, we're gonna get into this. Frank Miller and Frank Quietly is on the first issue of this. This is the Ambassadors from Image Comics and Frank Miller. Mark Miller, big difference, big difference. That is your issue number 1, and it basically breaks it down for you right on the cover. This woman creates 6 different superpowers, and she's going to give them out to 6 individuals. 8 billion people, 6 individuals will receive these superpowers. That right there screams, I want to see it on a show. I want to see it on a series. This isn't something I probably want to be rushed through with a movie. No, I think I would dig this as as an ongoing series. What does bum me out though, because I do love Frank Quietly so much. He's only, to my knowledge, doing this first issue. Let me hit you with some of this work here. I absolutely love it. So, one of the panels that stood out to me, really simple. Hit you with that full page. Quietly here. So subtle, but yet I absolutely just love it. So is this one of our 6, huh? Cannot wait to jump in. Cannot wait to jump into that. I've got a few copies of A and B. That's Mark Miller, Frank Quietly's The Ambassadors, issue number 1 from Image Comics. Dude, make it so. You know what to do. If you're interested in swooping it up, you can claim them in the comments of the live show, or feel free to claim them afterwards. Let's say you're tuned into our YouTube and you're watching this because time does not permit you to tune in live, right? No worries, you could swoop them up there. All you gotta do is claim it in the comments, or if you've got 1 or 2 or 3 books that you're interested in, you can just DM the page. We'll get you dialed in. All right, next up, let's slide over to the big boys. Marvel, Deadpool, issue number 5. I just want to show you one panel because I don't know if you guys have been up on Deadpool. I've kind of kept you in the loop somewhat regarding him basically being pregnant with a symbiote that we don't really know which direction this is gonna go. But guess what? Let's just say Deadpool gives birth this issue to multiple creatures, and just born from Deadpool comes Carnage. Along with, which was also interesting, this crazy ass like symbiote dog. It's been absolutely nuts. He says, "That's a dog." Dog comes out and says, "Hello, Papa." Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Issue 5 of Deadpool. Not to mention, this is definitely one of my Fepic covers of the week. Where are we at here? Do we have a detail page on this? I guess it's like halfway through the book. That's not a knock cover. David Talaski. David Talaski. All right, well, good sir. You and Alyssa Wong knocked it out the park. This is definitely one of my Fepic covers of the week. It speaks for itself, all right? Love it. Absolutely love it. Oh, Wade. He says, "Is that a dog?" Okay, you gonna fight me? You gonna fight me today, huh? Oh, what's good, Joseph? I appreciate the tags. I appreciate the share. For showing me the love, I'll show that love right back. Throw a free book on your pile. There's your Deadpool, issue number 5. Okay. Keep it pushing. Greg Pak and Garcia's Planet Hulk. We're at World Breaker, issue number 5. This is the conclusion, as you can see by the cover. We'll hit you with that cover A. Planet Hulk broken. And while this hasn't been as great as the Kate's run, right? This still has been a lot of fun. And the interior work, still worth thumbing through, even if you're not geeking on the story. Again, that was Greg Pak and Manuel Garcia. Planet Hulk, issue number 5. And that winds things down for the Planet Hulk arc. Tied back in. You know what to do? Soup that up right there in the comments. Okay. Next up, from Chip Zdarsky, and Chichero had been doing all the interior work of this run. I'm not necessarily sure why. You know, it happens. Sometimes you gotta tag in for specific issues or whatever. But Manuel Garcia steps in on this issue as well. This is Daredevil, issue number 9. And again, I don't know if you've been tuning into past issues episodes of, be it Fepic New Comic Book Day or Fepic Multitasking or even a Fepic Coffee Session. I'm pretty sure I've talked a little bit about what's going on between Daredevil and the Punisher. The Punisher, obviously, if you're not reading that run, so great. But the tie-in between the two, obviously you've got Punisher leading the hand right now. it's been great. It's been great. I'm also just a big fan of Chip Zdarsky. Big fan of Chip Zdarsky. Swoop that up. Daredevil. That's your cover A. Keep in mind this week also for those Daredevil covers, the Alex Ross Timeless Villain variant drop with Elektra. Did not make my Fepic covers of the week list though. However, we'll get there. We'll get there. Let's slide over to the indies, shall we? Enendito. Gorgeous cover. All right. James Tynan, Word of Deladera. This is Something is Killing the Children, issue number 30. One of your Virgin Fepic variants. Definitely a Fepic cover of the week. Not the Fepic cover of the week. That's gonna be hard to top. That's gonna be hard to top what I have picked out for the Fepic cover of the week. It might be an easy pick. I already know some other folks within the community also picked this as their cover of the week. But this is my Fepic cover of the week regardless of everyone else on that bandwagon. What's up, B? Shared, I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Did I share it? Is the question. There we are. Okay. Swoop that up. Something is Killing the Children, issue number 30. While we're at it, let's hit you with the cover A. Something is Killing the Children, issue number 30. I don't know if you've been tuned into this either. You've currently got the House of Slaughter tracking Erica. Love it, love it, love it, love it. Keep it coming, Boom. Keep it coming. People might be getting tired. I am not. We already know it's been optioned. We already know they're moving forward with production. I'm excited to see where this goes. While it has reached a little bit of a lull, now would be a great time, just whatever, to go and try and track down those earlier issues. I'm talking 1 through 15, that first initial arc. Still very much worth the buy, just simply for the story and the collection aspect of it, as well as the market on those books have come down quite a bit. There's no reason to think that they will not go back up once those show the first trailer or something along those lines, first mention of how production itself is going, on the set and stuff like that. You're going to continue to see those books climb. Issue number 1 is still a worthy investment. Anyways, okay, let's go back to the big boys here. Go Action Comics 1053. Again, we've got the Cal back at home now, taking the mantle of Soups again with the whole family involved. Keep in mind, more or less, you've got with the Super Twins and all that crap. You've all for the last 4 issues now, we've had ongoing Lois and Clark 2 storyline tying into the show, as well as Power Girl Reborn. And this Power Girl story, it's just not really doing it for me. They tried to like rework her like power set, right? What's that called? It's just not doing it for me. And I'm actually a little bit more drawn to heroes that lean more on the psychological aspect or end of not just their abilities, but the overall writing and kind of tone of those stories. I tend to be drawn more towards. Obviously, that does take away from a lot of what most people like, which is just action and flow. And I get that. I need that too. But I need my action with some depth. I need my action with some depth. All right, next up. Okay, this is the last issue of this spin-off, right? We've got Strange Academy Finals, issue number 5. We're not done with Strange Academy yet. But again, Ramos and Young, Scotty, Humberto Ramos and Scotty Young have just continued to do such an amazing job with these titles. Not only has the storylines from both, obviously, the ongoing as well as finals been a lot of fun, but God, the interior work has not once let me down this entire run. Just gorgeous work from Humberto Ramos. And honestly, I should probably know this by now, or there should be some kind of spec on it, but there's gotta be like a year 2, right? A year 2 of Academy. There's just too much hype. There's too much hype. Plus we know what's going on with the Disney Plus stuff, and yeah. Swoop swoop. That's Strange Academy Finals, issue number 5. Cover A. Let's go with a first appearance, shall we? All right. Next title. This is not for everyone. They are not for everyone. It's always a little offbeat, and some people dig it, some people don't. I think the show definitely helped. It also has helped that you've only really had the kind of the tone and perspectives of very few writers that have taken on Doom Patrol. And with that, let me hit you with Unstoppable Doom Patrol, issue number 1. This is your cover A. Why did I grab this cover A? Well, I always grab the cover A's, especially when you have a first appearance within the pages. Let me find her for you. There she is, looking adorbs and then being not so adorbs. This is Beast Girl. Oh yeah, right here. Nice little introduction here. And then at work, let's see her at work here. Back to the book, towards the actual fight. Don't see her putting in too much work, rather the opposite. We see her basically telling people to scatter. She says, run. Anyways, okay. Still a lot of fun. Not to mention, you've got a Batman Soups tie-in, which, you know, those are great appearances. But the fact that it's a first appearance, go grab that cover A, folks. Go grab those covers A. There's also an which cover is it? I'll have to look. I think I have my card stock. C and D of these was really well done as well. But like I said, time and time again, on those first appearances, always get yourself a copy of cover A. And let's say on the cover B, or like the cardstock features like the first cover appearance, well, in that case, you want to get yourself that copy as well. But this week, she's on the cover A. We're golden, baby. All right, you know what to do. Swoop, whoop, in the comments. Doom Patrol, Unstoppable Doom Patrol, issue number 1. I'm only sitting on 5 copies of that cover A and 1 copy each of the variants. Swoop, 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 swoop. Next up, we're gonna hit you with the 1, 2, 3. We're gonna hit you with the 1, 2, 3. If you guys have not jumped into the latest or new volume of Rick and Morty, all good, baby. We're only 3 issues in. And let me tell you, much like the first, good God, why are you fighting me? Why are you fighting me? Much like the first, was it, what, 4 volumes? I think that's where we're at right now, 4 or 5? 4, 5, okay. This is a great opportunity to jump in. I got you covered. Don't feel like you've missed anything, because you haven't if you swoop up issues 1, 2, these are your cover A first prints, and 3. Rick and Morty, latest volume, issues 1 through 3. You'd be caught up in current, baby. Caught up in current, baby. Lots of fun on those, though. I will continue to swoop any Rick and Morty ongoing or spin-off title. He says, swoop Doom Patrol. Got you, sir. Got you on Doom Patrol. All right, next up, another title from one of the big boys. It's definitely a regular pull for me, so it wouldn't really matter what was happening this week or not. But we are jumping into, well, last issue started us off on a new arc. So fast forward to issue number 32. And yes, it has subsided a little bit since Al Ewing stepped back. These aren't the days of Donny Cates with Al Ewing with the handoff. We are now into a new era, right? So Torn Gornbeck, he's our current writer, and Juan Gideon is our interior artist. But this is part 2 of Blood of the Fathers from Thor. And you already know, if I wasn't pulling Thor normally, I would be pulling this cover, because fucking Doom. Doom, baby, Doom. Anything Doom, you gotta swoop up. Question for y'all. In the MCU, who would you rather see the entire universe kind of wrap up around? Would it end with Doom, or would you prefer Galactus? Those are your 2 options. Where would you like to see the MCU conclude, right? Conclude. We're what? We're like heading into phase 5 or something. So like it could be down the line. Clearly, we would have to have the introduction finally to Fantastic Four. We're getting there. The X Universe, all that stuff. We're getting there. But with that in mind, who would you rather the MCU conclude? It's like all like, you know, phase 10. This is where we know we're gonna hit reset on everything. They're gonna hit pause. I don't know if this is even possible for Disney and Marvel not to just constantly be expecting to make billions, but who would you rather see? Anyways, there you go. Spiel concluded, question concluded. Put those answers in the comments for me. Doom or Galactus? All right, here we go. Next heater of the week. Why is it a heater? Because we have another first appearance. And this, I do believe, Oh, Blade. Here we are. Okay. There's no way this can be a cameo. This is a full effing page with text. Okay? But again, you know the rules. You know what you need to do. Avengers Beyond issue number 1 from this week. There's your cover A. There's your cover A, right? Featuring the first Lost one. Go and get your hands on that. Go and get your hands on that. Zoop, zoop. Love it. Love it. Avengers Beyond issue number 1. I feel like if you had fun with Avengers Forever, you're probably gonna have fun with this as well. All right, the opera continues from Rom V. This is Detective Comics 1070. And I say the opera continues because that is more or less how he has explained his approach to this volume of bats. Everybody, like, more or less, it's easy to do like a Batman noir or like Batman Elseworlds and whatnot, but this is Detective Comics. It's got to tie in. It's got to stick. So they found the right man for the job. Ron V. Detective Comics 1070. That's your cover A. Swoop it there for 5. All right, y'all. Again, if you have not already, do me the favor, like, share, subscribe, and follow the page. Hit the bell so you know when we go live at random times, but you can always find us live every Wednesday. That's New Comic Book Day, 2 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. Dropping the goodies, dropping the goodies. All right. So I hit you with the first 3 issues of Rick and Morty, issues 1, 2, and 3. Swoop those up. I'm gonna hit you with another first 3 issues of another outstanding indie title. This title actually is something I wanted to jump into when it first dropped. Haven't had the time, but it's more or less concepted from an old Frank Frazetta painting. So if that gives you any hint or clue, indication where we're going, given Frank Frazetta's style, you know, back in the day. Not so much back in the day, but back enough. I'm gonna hit you real quick with all 3 cover A's. And this is from Jody Hauser and Eric Campbell, and the interior work's done by Diego Yapor and Dan McDade. With, I still definitely gotta give mention to the color work, because the color work in here is gorgeous. Carlos Cabrera and Felipe Serrero. Amazing job. Anyways, this is Frank Frazetta's Dawn Attack, issue number 1. Issue number 2. And issue number 3. And with that, you'd be caught up proper. Ready to jump into the next. Again, Frank Frazetta's Dawn Attack issue number 1, 2, and 3. All 3 covers. I feel like I'm gonna go back and rewatch this, and I'm gonna end up having said Dawn Patrol. Did I say Dawn Patrol? Dawn Patrol is a coffee spot I hit before I go surf, but you know, that's it's there. It's taking up some room. When I correlate Dawn, apparently attack is just sidestepped, and I go straight to patrol. You know, they pump out so many gorgeous variants for these Frazetta titles as well. All right, Dawn Attack, issues 1 through 3. Go and catch yourself up. We got you covered. Swoop, swoop. Yada. So much indie goodness. All right, and on that note, we are gonna end it with the Fepic cover of the week. Not the Fepic indie cover of the week, not the Fepic, you know, big boy cover of the week. This is the Fepic cover of the week. It's easy. Is it a cop-out? Sure, maybe a little bit, because yes, it is in fact an Alex Ross cover. With that in mind, let's hit you with Venom Lethal Protector, issue number 1. And that is your Alex Ross Timeless Villains variant. You just don't see Venom often in terms of like in that Alex Ross-esque painted way, you know? I think that's also why I loved, which covers was it? Did Peach do a Venom? I feel like I'm thinking back towards, I think she did. I also really, really liked. But I would say Alex Ross on the rarity, Enya Glee, and Peach. Those would be my go-tos for some proper Venom action. Jump in on those, guys. I only have 2 copies of extra copies of each of the Ross covers, the Ross Timeless variant covers. All right, the rest, speaking of, we are going to save for the next part of our new comic book day issue episodes. And for the time being, we're gonna take a little bit of a break. So as always, I appreciate y'all for hanging out. Happy new comic book day. If there's something you are looking for that you did not see, you know what to do. Hit us on the comments, hit us with the DM, or hang out, come back a little later. You'll know if you hit the bell when we go live again. Tune back in, we've got some more new comic book day covers for you. We also have some Bronze and Silver Age Fantastic Four, Doctor Strange, Defenders, and some other keys I gotta stumble through here. So y'all hang around, we appreciate you, we'll see you soon.